Sri an 8th grader from KRMPublicSchool to present my TED talk. The word check merely says that the king is in danger and it demands for immediate attention. There are two words that we often love to say but hate to hear when announced against us. They are check and checkmate. When you're trapped, there has to be a way out. The ends don't justify your means. Check when you're in check. One fine Sunday, when I sat to play a noble game, a game of kings, yes, a game of chess with my grandpa, he taught me that this game is played by two opponents on a square board consisting of 64 white and black squares arranged alternatively. He taught me that the forces on each side comprises of 16 units, namely a king, queen, 2 rooks, 2 bishops, 2 knights and 8 pawns. He added on that each unit move according to different laws, and the difference in their mobility is the criteria of their relative value and of the fighting power they contribute towards achieving the ultimate aim. Yes, it's to capture the king. And that was when I was reduced to the world of chess. As soon as I saw all the pieces, a question arose in my mind. That if I were a piece, which amongst these pieces would best suit me? Am I a pawn? A pawn is cramped in size, but it's the protector of all the pieces. It says, don't underestimate anyone by his or her size. Am I a rook? A rook always stands in the corner of the board, not to sleep, but is waiting for its right time to pounce into the game. It says, wait patiently until your turn comes. What if I were a knight? A knight always stands in a square and guards itself around its 8 sides. It says, be alert. And what if I were a bishop? A bishop is the first strategy that leads to the enemy's defeat. It says, create strategies to overcome your obstacles in your life. I always wonder why the king stood beside the queen. It is so to support her, but which amongst these pieces would best suit me? Yes, to be frank, I would like to be as a queen. The queen, she is the most powerful character. She can move herself anywhere and in any direction to win. Likewise, a woman, she not only fights for herself, but she fights for the whole family. There is a king who just stands beside her always. True love, it's like playing chess. A boy plays and gets scared that he may lose his queen, and a girl fights for her king. Then I started to play the game with my grandpa. As soon as the game started, he trapped me. But there has to be a way out, or else it would be a checkmate. It took quick thinking for me to get rid of this. Sometimes, diagonal play is more beneficial in our real life and in my game too. Yes, I put my bishop in front of the king so that the queen wouldn't attack the king. As soon as the immediate danger of losing dissipated, I again drifted back into the thought of my chess game of life. I don't think one of these pieces would best describe me. If I'm not a piece, then what am I? A combination? Maybe that is a word which is used to describe me in this chess game of life. In the initial position, the player heading with white would have 20 possible ways to make a move, to which his or her opponent could react in many ways. As the game progresses, the number of possibilities also increases, which means that in this game, only after 2 moves, approximately 360,000 different positions can be reached. And that would be a better stimulation to our mind that would force us to react to just as many changes in our daily lives, no matter what, it's big or small. Now, I want to compare life as if it is the game of chess. I think of it as I'm representing white, and black is what I have to overcome in order to reach my life goals. My life goals are to be happy, reaching success as a chess player, having many best friends, leading a healthy life, having freedom, and helping others to become successful in their life. I think it is important to understand that it is me who is controlled by God, regimes, parents and society, just random and any other such idler. Personally, I believe that if you could establish your thinking for something that had happened in your life or which you wanted to happen that didn't happen, you have to come far on your way. The black pawns in your game are like every kind of obstacles or problems coming and standing in your way in reaching your life goals. And the game as if you have reached your life goals despite any and all your reasons. I hope you will do good in your way. The reason why I am this much addicted to chess is because it makes my mind move. It's a silent geometric ballad of war without blood. Have you ever played chess, stood up, walked around and saw the game from the black point of view? Try to do some in life. So life from other viewpoints and angles. Try to know the unknown. Learn, discover. Probably the biggest difference between the game of chess and life is that in chess, you know every rules on how everything works. But this is not so in life. Life starts when you're a child without a manual on how to live. Your parents and your school will teach you a lot. But the most, you have to learn by yourself. It is expected that you have to get good grades in your schools, your colleges, you have to find a good place to live, a job you like, good wife or husband, and successful children. This is not so easy, right? And something may be very difficult. Perhaps you might have seen the famous quote that stated that your enemies are your greatest teachers. Well, in my example, I would like to see them as the black pawns is what from. Study what they do and how they do it. See every setback as a new opportunity. It was really exciting to think about it, right? Let me take through mine now. I was born and raised in beautiful city of Tiruchirappalli, which is famous for its rich cultural and architectural heritage. But my roots keep going back to one of the famous 108 Divyadesham Kshetras. Yes, it's SHREE built on a magnificent court having thousands of heads spread out on an island which is surrounded by the river Kaveri Mother with her roaring waves. Lies the reeling pose of Lord Vishnu with his Lakshmi adored on his chest. My connect with my homeland was very strong. I'm going to share with you my childhood incredible moments that I went through at the age of 7 and what I'm today. Initially, when I started playing chess at the age of 3, I used to work puzzles and 1 or 2 openings repeatedly. Tired of spending hours and hours on the boring theory of my favorite opening, my mom enrolled me in a chess academy, like adding extra cheese to the bread. At the first day in my chess class, my chess master questioned me in which language you wanted your class. With innocence, I answered I knew English, Tamil and a little bit Telugu because it's my mother tongue. For this, my master smiled at my innocence and said to me that from tomorrow, you will come to learn Dutch, Spanish, Italian, Pelican one by one. These words stimulated my eagerness and started myself to move towards the academy sincerely. But daily, my master taught me only chess and not any other languages. This disappointment made a crotch of fire. Stumped by this problem, I had a ferocious argument with my mom and she got confused. Then she checked my academic notepad and a laughter spread in her face. She made me clear that my expectations towards those languages were the names of different openings and variations played in the game of chess. From then on, whenever I meet my beginner opponents or my friends, I used to tell them that I knew English, Tamil, Telugu, Italian, Dutch, Spanish, and they would think that I'm a genius as I could talk in these many languages. After my training in chess for more than 1 year, I used to go out for tournaments with my mom. I used to prepare myself for the tournaments, not literally, but by wearing matching clips, matching headbands, gorgeous stars, colorful lipsticks, and especially with matching shoes. My mom packs me with some energetic drinks and some chocolates inside the tournament hall, but unfortunately inside the hall, I often used to sleep on the board with sucking my finger, or else getting irritated by my opponent and smash the board and get out. Because honestly to say that, I used to do some illegal moves at the opening of the game itself. And my opponents who are higher than my category would point it out and call me as illegal. But this girl, after 3 years, that is on September 2014, secured National Winner Award for Under 7 Girls Chess Championship. Yes, an event of this dimension cannot happen overnight, right? The wheels started rolling months in advance. When I secured runner-up in my state level competition, my recognition at the podium was rejected by the local reporters that day. Trust me, that moment, for a girl with many dreams, aspirations and ambitions, I was totally broken down and I cried. The only thing that I was fighting against was the lack of time. As though life around us seems to be moving, seems to be somebody playing a tape recorder, pressing the fast forward button, left, add, back. So all moving at a rapid pace, right? But it's fair for us to make a pause, take a deep breath, think about the good we have faced, the bad we have experienced. But mind that the only baggage that you carry to move forward should be the good things. At that moment, my parents hugged me and boosted me up. Like you would always get a chance before you win. Check before checkmates. If all else fails, just fake it. Pause it. You may lose 1, 2, 3, but not the whole kingdom to win, right? You must actually keep working to put the other player off. The radical thinking of my mom and the constant support from my father made me to understand the importance and value of constructive criticism. And I started to see the beauty in flaws. In chess, just like in life, you can either wander around hoping for a miracle to be happens, or else set a goal for yourself, build a plan, and strive to accomplish it. Because the latter is no guarantee of success, but the former is for sure a recipe of failure. Hands of God was constantly aside, guiding me through each and every step on my way, and always whispering in my ears, "You are not alone." Yes, I believed, a little faith in myself that I could do it. No matter what, but it actually worked. That day, I was in the position in showcasing my talents against the competitive world arena. I was also posed with a very difficult question often, what next? Am I in the right way? Honestly, this is how it was in my mind at that time. What are you going to do? This was an incredibly a heavy question which I felt that was put on me, which needs a lot to think. So at that point, I chose to walk in between. That is balancing my chess career and also my studies. I also took a decision that not to give up chess at any point or at any stage. Because for me, chess is my passion and it's never a career for me. I don't like chess, but I love chess. I like to try and explore more knowledge. And the deeper I go, I realize that there are more things that I don't know. From then on, everything went so fast. Even if I get the tiniest chances, I would never miss it. I was also fortunate enough to be backed by my dedicated coach for the involvement and strategical decisions he included in my national game preparation. He also insisted me that only a strong strategy is not enough to win a game or a war. Even basic blocking and tackling might win a game. Sometimes we have to lose small battles in order to win large wars, right? Yes, he tuned me up to be like a warrior on the game board. After a couple of months beyond my comfort zone, it took me to stand with pride to receive gold medal at the national podium. Yes, I took the winner award from the second Grand Master of India, Mr. Dibyendu Barua. Now I was recognized and I was interviewed by the Hindu magazine. I was also selected to represent Indian team for Asian and World Chess Championship. Thank you. This feather to my crown took me to walk on the red carpet on the school sports day function, and they celebrated my victory as the guest of honor in the invitation. That whole day, I felt like I was the princess of that function, but it hit me so hard that rather than feeling accomplished or satisfied, everything around me got muted. It got really so quiet. I thought that appreciation in my life came at the right moment because I wanted to show my gratitude towards the ones who helped me a lot, my family, my friends, my teachers, my principal. And today, when I stand and think about them, I have been more than blessed than what I have acquired. So without this battalion of people's support, that magical moment would not have happened. My foundation was very strong, that this memory was only vivid in my mind. From then on, I started to do my work more happily. Hours and days of hard work lent me a finale token to play one among the 16 players at a simultaneous tournament held at Salem with my inspirational role model, Mr. Vishwanathan Anand. That moment, wistful tears melted my cheeks. Life, it does not get easier. You must get stronger. Strategy, it's all about keeping ourselves apart from other competitors. Yes, I did it. I surprised Vishy sir with some different openings, from which it made me to get appreciation from him individually that minute. So, it's not a matter on how better you do. It matters on how different you do. Reggie Jackson has struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But we don't remember about the strikeouts. People remember only the home runs. Even if you have the best brains in the world, you may not succeed at every first go. Yes, Thomas Edison has conducted 1,000 failed attempts because the 1,001st was the light bulb. He tried, learned, failed, relearned, and then moved towards success. I'm sure that people have told me to make sure that I have got something to fall back on. But I never understood that concept. If I want to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything except my faith. I wanted to fall forwards. You may also fail at some point in your life, right? You will lose, you will embarrass yourself because it's inevitable. So friends, risk-taking might give you a different phase of life. Enjoy this. And there is no need to follow anyone in this world. You're here in the world to make your own path. So live your life in your own way. In chess, every attack needs a backup. And in life, without that backup, you're up against nothing. The value that I understand from chess is that success does not necessarily come from breakthrough innovations, but from flawless executions. So if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward because time is our opponent. Yeah, signing off, YASHAVI. Thank you.